What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tactics, and today we're going to be talking about my performance alongside the Geek Freaks. For those of you guys who don't know who the Geek Freaks are, well, wait, why don't you know who the Geek Freaks are? The Geek Freaks are a dance crew here in Toronto that originated back in 2006. They've been performing all over the city and just annihilating the competition everywhere they go. And one of my good friends from college just so happened to be a part of this crew. And he calls me up the other day, and he has one of the founding members of the Geek Freaks on the other line. And now we're in a little three-way. Pause. And he's like, the Geek Freaks will be performing on Much Music, and that he wants to personally invite me to be a part of the crew for that day. I know that Geek Freaks are very well known for their intricate choreography. And when it comes to choreography, I suck. Like, I just cannot pick it up at all. And that's when Mikey interjected, and he was like, bro, don't worry, I'm the same way. I suck at choreography, but we're the freestylers, so we don't have anything to worry about. It's gonna be the freestylers versus the choreographers. Head-to-head battle, live on Much Music. It's going down. I just had to give it to him straight and tell him that, you know, look, I appreciate the offer and everything, but I'm really gonna have to think about it. Okay, I thought about it, yes. I still got my windmills, I could do a couple flares, and you know, I'll throw in a couple flips here and there, and I'll be good. So Mikey calls me up a couple of days after that conversation took place, and he's like, yo, we're having a practice today. So I was like, cool. So I get there, and I meet the rest of the crew, and I'm thinking, since I'm one of the freestylers, I'm pretty much just here to practice my freestyle. So I'm in the studio now with the rest of the crew, and I meet the head choreographer for the group, Major Santos. And he comes up to me, and he's like, okay, let me see your highlights. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And he's like, yeah, highlights, what can you do? And I was like, oh, okay, I got flares, I got windmills, and I got a bunch of flips. And he's looking at me and he's like, okay, that's cool, we can definitely use that. Okay, you're done, you can leave. And I was like, what? That's it? I'm not even sweaty. So I leave, and then the next day, Major calls for another practice. So I drive all the way back to the studio the following day. And I'm the first of the freestylers to get there. And Major's in there just, you know, doing his thing. Just boom, boom, cat, boom, cat. And I was like, cool, I guess he came early to work on his own shit. So the rest of the freestylers get to the studio, and Major's like,
alright guys, I only have the studio for 4 hours, so that means I only have 4 hours to teach you the choreography. So let's get started.
What? Wait, no, what do you mean choreography? I thought we were the freestylers. I thought we were freestyling. And Major's looking at me like I'm crazy, and he's like, no, the freestyling comes after, but we all have to do the choreography part. You know, choreography's not my strong suit, but I can do this. I'm okay. He told me it was just supposed to be a freestyle. So Major shows us the dance, and this guy wants me to do flips in the choreography. I'm like, what really, dude? But you know, I was like, I've been doing flips for 6 years. I got this shit. But regardless of that, I wanted to make sure that I had the choreography down. And unfortunately, we only got one time to practice. So I had to practice a lot on my own. And I mean, I practiced every day. I practiced at work. I practiced in my sleep. I practiced the shit in my head. I nearly gave myself an aneurysm. It's the day of the show now. Cameras cut on, the judges are sitting at the panel, and we're up on stage. And the very first move that I had to do in that entire routine was a simple front flip. And what do? I fucked it up. I fucked it up. But, you know, I got back up and I jumped right back into choreography, and we finished the routine. And then it was time for us to get our critiques from the judges. And yeah, the critiques weren't too great. And that one cute chick that was sitting in the middle, the Janet Costello or whatever, she basically said that we were lame and our energy wasn't up, but she was looking right at me. And then after the show was over, she came on stage and she was hugging and kissing everybody and congratulating all the dancers except me. Whatever. I mean, you fine, but I didn't want to talk to you anyway. Regardless of what happened, I still had a great time. It was an amazing experience, and I truly felt honored to be a part of the Geek Freaks team. Now, before I wrap things up, I have to give a personal shout out to my team. Shout outs to Mikey for recommending me to the Geek Freaks, and you should really go see a doctor, bro, because your arms are fucked up. Shoutouts to J-Rod, aka Trey Songz. And the reason why he's called Trey Songz is because every time he dances, it's as if he's having sex with the music. And like, the music actually likes it. Like, it's not even fighting him. It's just like, oh yeah, give it to me, J-Rod. And shoutouts to Nightcrawler. He does these like little finger digit type things. It's kind of like what Mikey does, but in like finger form. So if you guys want to check out more of the Geek Freaks and find out what they're all about, all the links will be down below in the description. Go to their YouTube channel, subscribe to them, go to their Facebook page, like them, leave them a comment. Thank you once again for the experience. It was a blast. I'm your boy Tactics. Peace, and I'm out. Trying to figure out this. It's kind of like trying to read the lips in a Japanese dub movie. Hey bitch, you cut me off. You must die. Just for fun, the next time, I cut somebody off and they try to pull up beside me to cuss me out, I'm gonna pretend like I'm getting roadhead.